The day Dad died, my world broke in half. One moment, we were a family of three, me, him, and Clara, my stepmother, and the next he was just gone. A heart attack, the doctors said. Instant. No goodbyes. No warning.
Just gone.
I remember sitting in the cold hospital corridor, numb, while Clara sat beside me, gripping my hand so tightly her nails dug into my skin. She wasn't just my stepmother. She had been part of my life since I was 13. She was my dad's second wife, but she'd always treated me like her own son. After my mother left us, Clara stepped in, not to replace her, but to build something new. And she did. But now, at 21, I was suddenly the man of the house. The funeral was a blur, flowers, condolences, relatives I hadn't seen in years. Clara didn't cry much. She just stared. At the coffin. At the wall. At nothing. That night, I couldn't sleep. My room felt too quiet. Too hollow. Around midnight, there was a soft knock on my door. Daniel? It was Clara's voice. Gentle, almost childlike. Yeah,
I said, sitting up.
She opened the door slowly. She looked tired, her robe wrapped around her like armor. I can't sleep, she whispered. Do you mind if I sit with you for a moment? I hesitated.
Sure.
She walked in and sat on the edge of my bed. Everything feels unreal, she said. Like he's just on a trip or something. Like he'll walk through the door any second. I know, I whispered. She looked at me, eyes glossy. Do you remember our first trip to Brighton? I smiled faintly.
Yeah.
I was 14. You made us all wear those ridiculous matching shirts. She laughed softly, the first time since Dad passed. He hated them, but he wore one anyway. There was a long silence. Then she said something I didn't expect. I don't want to be alone tonight. Can I lie here just for a while? I blinked. You mean here? She nodded, already slipping under the covers beside me. I froze. But she didn't do anything strange. She just lay there, back turned, shoulders trembling. You can hold me if you want, she whispered after a few minutes. I hesitated, then gently wrapped an arm around her waist. She felt cold, fragile. That night, we slept like that. No words, just silence and shared sorrow. But the next morning, everything felt different. Over the next few days, Clara stayed close. Too close, at times. She started cooking breakfast every morning, asking me to sit and eat with her. She'd lean her head on my shoulder when we watched old movies Dad used to love. Her hugs lingered longer, her looks softer. At first, I chalked it up to grief. But something changed the evening. She came into my room again. It was raining hard, thunder cracking outside. I was staring at my laptop screen when the door creaked open. Daniel? Yeah. She stepped in, her robe slipping slightly off her shoulder. I can't stop thinking, she whispered. About him. About you. About us. I turned, heart thudding. She sat on my bed, hands trembling. I've been so alone these past few nights. But when I slept beside you, I felt safe. I stayed silent. She looked at me, eyes searching. I know this sounds insane, but I want to ask you something. What is it? I asked slowly. I want you to stay with me tonight. Not just to sleep. I mean really stay. Be with me. I stiffened. Clara, I know. I know how it sounds, she said, tears forming. But I've lost the man I loved. And you've grown into someone he would be proud of. Strong, kind, everything. I'm your stepson, I said softly. And you're a man, she whispered. A man who understands me better than anyone else right now. Her words weren't lustful. They were emotional, desperate. A cry for connection. I'm not trying to replace him, she added. I just want to feel something again. Feel alive. And I feel that with you. I didn't know what to say. My mind raced. So I did what I thought was right. I stood up and walked to the window. The rain hit the glass like bullets. Clara, I think we both need time, I said gently. That's not right.
Not now.
Not like this. She sat quietly, hands clasped. After a long pause, she whispered, I understand. She stood, walked to the door, then turned. Just promise me one thing. Anything. Don't shut me out. I nodded. Weeks passed. The tension lingered, unspoken but present. Then one afternoon, Clara said she had something to show me. She led me to the attic, a place I hadn't been in years. There were boxes, old furniture, and dust. But in one corner was a trunk. She opened it, revealing letters. Dozens of them.
They're from your dad, she said.
To me, but also about you. I picked up one and read it. Clara, I'm so proud of Daniel. I hope he knows how much he means to me. If anything ever happens to me, please take care of him. He's more than my son, he's my legacy. Tears blurred my vision. He loved you more than life, Clara said. We sat there for hours, reading, laughing, crying. It felt like healing. One evening, we were in the kitchen. Clara was humming a tune, stirring soup. I walked in, and she turned, smiling. You've changed, she said. You carry yourself differently now. I smiled back. Maybe I just grew up overnight. She touched my hand. I'm proud of you. There was warmth in her eyes. Not desire. Not confusion. Just affection. She reached up and kissed my cheek. Thank you, she whispered. For staying. For being my family. And in that moment, I realized the shocking request she made weeks ago wasn't about romance or desire. It was about grief. About desperation. About needing someone to hold on to in the storm. And somehow, we found a way forward. 6 months later, we sold the old house. Too many memories. We moved to a small cottage by the sea. Peaceful, quiet. I went back to university. Clara opened a small bakery. Every evening, we had tea by the window, watching the sunset. We never spoke again of that night. Because we didn't need to. We had something stronger than confusion, understanding. And in the silence between us, we found peace.